Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. Hey y'all, so today is September 23rd. It is Monday. It is currently 8:54 in the morning. And I finally, after I don't know how many weeks, when is the last time I took a trade? The last time I took a trade was the 10th. So it's literally been almost 2 weeks. And I finally got a trigger. I think 2 things caused me not to have any triggers at all. Actually, I did have a trigger on one day, but it didn't hit my entry. Yeah, it went up 20 points without even hitting my pending. But besides that one time, I think it's for one of 2 reasons. Number one, because of the contract that I was on the September 2019 contract and switched over to the December. And so in doing that, the volume had to move over to the new contract. And then also the market hit a new high. So it's been resisting, coming back down, going back up, coming back down. It's just been kind of choppy during the hours that I like to trade, which is 8:30 to 1. So there's been movement like in the off hours, but my strategies has shown that after 1 o'clock it could be kind of wonky just because of how the volume kind of moves and it gets a little erratic sometimes. But also I just don't want to be confined to a computer for a long time, because at one point when I was trading Forex, I was trading in the London session. So I'm up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and, then having to trade into New York. And so in doing that and having so many years of experience trading that way, I'm good with 8:30 to 1. If it takes me a minute to get a trade sometimes because of contract rollover and stuff, I'm absolutely okay with that. Because essentially the last time that I traded, I ended up earning more than, I think it was more than 5% in one trade. What was it? 43.75 divided by 762.44. Yeah, so I gained 5.7%. And if I can do that even just twice a month, I mean, where else can I put my money it's gaining over 10% per month? You know what I mean? So you have to think about it from that standpoint. It sucks not getting trades sometimes, but it is what it is. So let me show you guys what is going on here. So right now, the white line is where my pending buy order is at. Don't worry about the pink line. I just put that in so I know when a bar closes. Oh, and I just freaking moved it. All right, let's just completely move it out the way. The red line will be my stop loss, and the blue line is my break even. Essentially, the bar has to open here and close above it in order for me to delete the pending buy, which you see it has not happened. This has clearly been a downtrend. Then it kind of went up and came back down. So we'll see if we can gain some bearings. If it hits the trigger or hits the pending, I will let you guys know. All right, y'all, so my pending has now been hit, and I will update y'all to see if we win or lose. So just a quick update. It's a couple minutes later, and I am about a point, well, now just about 2 ticks negative right now. It peaked out me being 2 points negative, so let's see if we can gain some support here and start pushing up. So my stop loss was just hit just literally a few seconds ago, so I will be closing the charts and I will see you guys. I can't really say tomorrow because I don't know if a trade will pop off tomorrow, but I'll see y'all in the next one, the next day for this week. Hey y'all, it is the next day, Tuesday. It's 8:31 in the morning. And I want to show y'all what happened yesterday after I got out the trade. Yeah, let me show you. So here's the trade from yesterday. The red line is where I got stopped out, and you guys can see it only went about maybe like another 3 ticks against me, and then it went up. So I was right just a little too early, but I'm not going to change my strategy at all. I'm very confident in it. It'll have to show me that it fails many more times than just this one time before I change it. So if I get anything today, I will be back. Hey y'all, so it is 9:13 a.m. on Wednesday the 25th, and I just was filled on a buy order. I'll show you guys that. So of course I'm not sure if it's gonna win or lose or whatever, but I'm thinking or I've been thinking since yesterday that no matter what happens today, I might actually decide to develop a strategy on a smaller Renko size, because right now my strategy is based on the larger Renko size of 4 points. And basically, essentially what that means is the market has to move quite a bit during the day or during this short session in order for me to be able to get a trade, which means the volume has to be pretty high, and it has to move like in a trending way, not just moving back and forth, if that makes sense. So even though, you know, if I win a trade, it's typically a significant amount of points in order for me to reach my 10 to 15 points per week goal. Realistically speaking, it makes it very difficult to be able to reach that goal because of how much the market has to move. So I'm thinking about developing a strategy on the 2 point Renkos. So because of that, the vlog may disappear for like maybe 2 weeks or so, because I think I've already figured something out, kind of using some of my same settings for the indicators on the 4 point chart, just using it on the 2 point chart and using it in a slightly different way, but we'll see. So yeah, let me show you the charts right now so you guys can see what's going on, and then I'll update you guys whether this trade wins or loses. And yeah, I might not trade the rest of the week. Well, I probably will trade this strategy the rest of the week, but also still be looking for the new strategy setups, because yesterday I would have gotten like, I think 6 or 7 points out of the market. The day before it was like 12. So yeah, and this one looks like it might lose, which, I mean, losses happen, but yeah, I just feel like if it's not setting up that often and it's losing, it's kind of irritating. Whereas if I had more trades to be able to cover the losses with wins, then it, you know, wouldn't be as annoying. So yeah, so here's this. So this is what it's looking like right now. The white line is where my buy order is in at. The red line, which is 3 points lower, is my stop loss. Don't pay attention to the pink. And so it already touched my break even line before it came down and hit the pending. But like I told you guys before, it has to actually open here and close above it for me to delete it. So it looks like it's trying to catch some kind of support here. This is what the 5-minute chart looks like. So you guys can see it came down quite a bit and like completely wicked out. And my entry right here, the white line, is kind of the support level where this wicked out at, essentially, if you look at the candle body here. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on this trade and whether I end up switching strategies or not, but just stay tuned. All right, you guys, so it is 9:31 and here is the update. This is the current bar that opened at my blue line. So if this closes green, then basically I'm waiting for the next reversal bar. If it closes red, then I wait for another bar to open and close here. So it might have a little bit of trouble trying to close green for the buy to continue it up, but I think we'll be okay. But let's see what happens. So here's the 5-minute chart. Oh, it looks like it's trying to get up there. Once it gets up to this pink line, then I know that I'll be looking for the reversal. The blue line is kind of wide. You see all of this here. It was kind of resisting to get past that. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, there's a lot that's been happening at that line for the last like day or so. It's trying to get there. Trying to get there. Alright, so as y'all can see, I ended up getting a little bit of resistance here. Flip this down a little bit. Got a little bit of resistance, but then we have now surpassed this pink line, which means that I'm just waiting on the first reversal bar on this chart here, and when that happens, I'm going to go ahead and close manually. All right, y'all, so it's a couple of seconds after I just ended the last video, and I was able to actually put the actual order in instead of me manually closing. So essentially I put the order like a tick below the price of the closed bar, and the reason why I have to do that is because of based on like my settings. So had I put it right here, it could have possibly gotten hit before the bar actually closed, if that makes sense. So we close out at 29.7275. Here is the 5-minute chart, so y'all can see what happened. So we almost got stopped out, and then we were able to get all the way up here. So I was able to get 10.75 points out of this, which means I've reached my goal. Actually, no, I didn't reach my goal for the week because I did have a 3-point loss in there. So I'm pretty close to reaching my goal, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Let's hope that we're getting a trade like every other day at least. So I'll see y'all soon. So it's 10:57 and I'm not taking any more trades today, but I just spent like the last couple of minutes, I guess, like writing out the strategy for the 2-point strategy that I want to do. And so I just plan to run this concurrently with the 4-point strategy, and 4-point and 2-point meaning that's the size Renko bars or price-based bars that I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep track of everything on a sheet of paper or in this notebook for 2 weeks basically before I go live with it. Probably 2 weeks, it depends. And so far on Monday there were no trades. Yesterday there was a trade that would have net me 15.25 points, and I actually watched this happen yesterday while I was watching the trades or whatever. And then today there would have been no trades thus far, but I got a trade on the 4-point strategy. So had I had this live so far this week, I would be up 23 points, which is pretty much double what my minimum goal is. So let me show y'all the trade from yesterday. Let's see. All right, so this is a 2-point chart. The vertical line here is basically the trigger bar for the strategy. Then you can see a couple of bars later it went up and it touched the white point line, which I know the white line, which I know it would have triggered because it basically went a tick past it, which is what has to happen in order for my pending to get hit. And then the blue line is where it needs to touch before it reverses, and like if a reversal bar happens, I will get out of the trade. So as you guys can see, there was no reversal that happened until way later, and this was a total of 15.25 points. Now if I swing you guys around to the 5-minute chart, this is what it looks like on the 5-minute chart. It looks pretty smooth as well. And you guys can see I always get like a little bit of resistance at my blue lines. You guys even saw that in the live trade earlier today. Typically because the blue line is the close of a larger bar, if that makes sense. So that is where I'm at this point. Like I said, I'm going to run them concurrently. Whenever I see the trades happening live, I'm going to try to like shoot a picture or take a picture of the screen, and then also make sure that I write it down as well. I'm going to follow the same 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. because I feel like 22 hours a week of trading is enough. And I mean, 23 points on the regular E-mini, because you guys know that I'm on the micro still right now. So 23 points on the E-mini, I would be up $1,150 so far this week with still 2 days left of trading. in 22 hours. Divide that by 22 hours. That's $52 an hour. That's what I make when I'm on my assignment, travel nurse assignment. So yeah, I will get with you guys tomorrow if anything happens, and I might even record when the new strategy is happening live. I'll record it, show you guys, even though I'm not gonna actually take the trades. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. It is 8:42 in the morning. It is Friday, September 27th. And I actually just got a trigger for a trade, so I'm waiting to see if my pendings get hit. And of course, if it does, I'll let you guys know. It actually might get hit in the middle of me talking. So I'm actually going to show you guys what the charts look like right now. This is the 5-minute chart. And this is where we're at. The white line is my pending sell order. Red is where the stop loss is. Blue is where my break even is. You know, when I actually will move my stop loss to break even, don't pay attention to the pink line. Looks like we're gonna get triggered, but I will update you guys and let you guys know what happens. It's a few seconds later, and as y'all can see, I've now been filled, so I will update you guys on how the trade goes. So a quick update, it's a few minutes later, and I'm currently up 4 points. So I'm just waiting for it to get to my break even at 6 points, but really it has to go, what is it, 8 points total? Yeah, I think it has to go 8 points total before I actually move my break even. So yeah, I will keep you guys in the loop. So if this can focus, maybe not. All right, I don't know if this thing is gonna focus, but it's 8:57, and this is the bar that I need to close red in order for me to go ahead and move my break even somewhere up in here, like a little bit in profit, and then we'll just be waiting on this chart to show a reversal bar, and I'll be closing. So I am up 7 points right now. All right, so that bar right here, this was the bar I needed to open at the blue line and close below it, and it did. So basically my stop loss is now here at the red line, which will give me a profit of like 4.75 points. But of course I'm hoping for like at least 10. It's starting to reverse up just a little bit, but hopefully it's just a tad bit of resistance and it just continues down. But I would still be okay with 4.75 points. That's a good feat. Like, yeah, but hopefully, you know, we want more. All right, so it's 9:07. Here's a quick update. So this is the 4-point chart. Don't pay attention to some of these trades are me like testing out the demo account, like on the demo account, testing out that 2-point strategy and just doing some different stuff. Because I think from here to there is the actual trade I took 2 days ago. This was a test, that was a test. But anyway, so it's looking like we're having a little bit of a hard time pushing past this level of support. As you guys can see, support there, and that's about where the price is right now. So I feel like if we could break this level of support, we'll be just trending on down. Y'all, if I can give me another 10 to 15 points out of this trade today, I might cry. Update y'all in a little bit. All right, y'all, so here is the update. I just got stopped out, and I didn't even calculate the points just yet, so let me calculate it now. So I got 8.75 points out of it, which is not too shabby. So let me go ahead and calculate what the profit as far as the points are for the entire week, and I will be right back. All right, so, oh yeah, these are my new blue blocking glasses. The review for these, if they aren't on the channel just yet, it will be next week. But anyway, so I went ahead and I generated the report for this week. And let me just tell you guys, I profit 16.5 points this week. This is my largest point increase in a week thus far. And let me just remind you guys, let me just remind y'all, this is the goal every week. 10 to 15 points. 10 to 15 points, and I surpassed it. So you guys know, again, I'm still on the micro account. If I was back on the e-mini, which I will be pretty soon, I would be up like $800 for the week, I think. Something like that. We'll see. Let me bring up the trade performance. So the net profit is $82.50, which if you just move the decimal over, I basically would have profit over $800 this week if I was back on the e-mini, which is dope. So I took 3 trades and I won 2, lost 1. So we have a win percentage of 67% this week, which is not too freaking shabby. Yeah, y'all. I'm so happy, you guys. Like, y'all don't understand. I've been doing this for a long time, trying to develop a strategy I felt like works, and so far so good. Now, let me just go ahead and add, though, that, where's my notebook? Hey, Ari. My sissy just got up. So, thus far this week for the new strategy I told you guys I'm going to be developing. Let's see. And I actually have to go look because I think that this one trade that I took, I don't even think that was like a valid one. It was like a test or whatever. Let me see. Give me 1 second to kind of like scroll back to yesterday. Was that the valid one? Yeah, okay, actually it was. Okay, so far this week for the second strategy, Monday would have been no trades. Tuesday would have been 15.25 points. Wednesday would have been no trades. Thursday, yesterday, would have been a loss of 2 points because with that strategy, it's a stop loss of 2 points, not 3. And then I haven't had any setups so far today. So I'm going to end the vlog here, even though I don't know if a setup will happen with this second strategy. If it does, I'll update y'all next week because my camera is also about to die. So essentially, we profit 16.5 on the regular strategy. If I add in the win and the loss from the strategy I'm testing, which I'm going to be testing next week as well, I would have profit 29.75 points this week. Listen, y'all can't tell me nothing. No, so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the vlog this week. I actually had quite a bit of setups, and I'm happy because last week there were no setups whatsoever with the contract rollover and all of that stuff. So y'all, before I end this video and like have the actual outro that I already recorded, I just want to tell y'all I actually missed a second setup that would have net me another 8.75 points for the day. Typically, like I said, probably earlier in this vlog, or maybe it was my last one, typically the market does not move enough for me to get a second trade, which is why once I trade that one, whether I win or lose, I'm out. Now, I'm always going to keep the whole. If I lose one, that's it. But if I win, I don't mind taking another setup because even if I lose the second one, I still profit for the day. You know what I mean? So let me show y'all the setup. And I'm so mad because I literally would have earned like 17.5 points in one day, which like exceeds my weekly goal. But I'm just so mad. So mad. I would have profited like 25 points for the week. So anyway, I'm recording this on my phone, by the way, because this thing did. All right, let me show y'all this. I guess I could show you guys on the price-based chart real quick. So this vertical line is like the trigger bar for the higher chart. And the white line was my entry here. And the red line was my stop loss. Blue is where I needed the bar to open and close under it, which was here. First reversal bar was here, and the pink line would have been my exit for 8.75 points. I'm going to bring up the time-based chart real quick so y'all can see what that looked like. So literally my entry up here, it plummeted. It came all the way back up to my entry and plummeted again. And then it bounced up. Here was my entry here, like somewhere in these two candles, came down. That would have been my exit on that retracement there. Y'all, but this is the craziest part though. It's basically been going up for a minute. And I sold at the right freaking time. I'm happy because I feel like this strategy is going to make me so rich and wealthy. But I'm mad because I need to start staying on the charts after I win a trade. Like, it was just so much volume today. All right, here's the actual outro. Oh, wait, real quick. Dang, this week's vlog is probably gonna be long, but we got some action this week. So I just realized while I was trying to go back and kind of go through and see my wins and losses so far with this strategy, and while I was kind of flipping through my binder that has like all of my trades and stuff, I realized that I can't actually count from when I transitioned to NinjaTrader on the 20th, because on the 28th is when I made a drastic change in the settings of one of my indicators. So again, before the outro, let me tell you this, because I think in that outro, I might have said the numbers wrong. So far in a month, I'm 6 and 2, and that's not including this second strategy I'm trying to add into there. With that, it was a gain of 43.5 points, which in a month means that I would have earned over $2,000 if I was back on the regular e-mini account and not on the micro account. That's big. One of the other things, I know I've been telling you guys like 1 trade per day, but that's because there was one time where my second trade actually lost. So I was like, ooh, you know, but in reality, as long as the first one wins, I'll take the second one. If the first one loses, I'm done for the day with that particular strategy, if that makes sense. So the most that I should ever lose in a day is 5 points, and that's 1 for the 3-point strategy or the 3-point stop loss strategy, and 1 for the 2-point stop loss strategy. So I'm really excited to see where everything heads. I'm really hoping that the volume is decent these next coming weeks, especially because now with the contract rollover and everything is good. So I'll see y'all in next week's vlog. I'm freaking, y'all, I'm on 1,000 right now. I actually might go get me some ice cream or something. Like, I need to celebrate. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to leave them down below. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.